Ron Coote, a name that would soon become synonymous with rugby greatness. The name echoes through the halls of rugby league history, a testament to his enduring legacy and impact on the sport. Born in 1944, rugby was in his blood. From the very beginning, it was clear that Ron was destined for greatness. His father, a three-time premiership winner, passed down a love for the game. This familial connection to rugby provided Ron with a strong foundation and an unwavering passion for the sport. Young Ron, with a rugby ball practically grafted to his hand, ate, slept and breathed the sport. Every spare moment was spent honing his skills, dreaming of the day he would follow in his father's footsteps. Even at a young age, Coote possessed a natural athleticism that made him stand out. His agility, speed and strength were evident to all who watched him play. He was quick, strong, and had an uncanny ability to read the game. This intuitive understanding of rugby set him apart from his peers and hinted at the extraordinary career that lay ahead. He honed his skills on dusty fields, dreaming of one day wearing the famous Cardinal and Myrtle jersey of his beloved South Sydney. Every tackle, every pass, every sprint was a step closer to that dream. He rose through the junior ranks, turning heads with his fearless tackles and deceptive speed. Coaches and scouts took notice, recognizing the raw talent and potential that Ron possessed. It wasn't a matter of if, but when he would make his mark on the big stage. His dedication and hard work were about to pay off in a big way. At the tender age of 19, his dream became a reality. The years of practice, the countless hours spent perfecting his craft, all culminated in this moment. Ron Coote stepped onto the hallowed turf of the Sydney cricket ground, making his debut for South Sydney. The crowd roared, sensing the arrival of a future star. Little did anyone know, a legend was about to be born. His debut was just the beginning of a storied career that would see him become one of the greatest players in rugby league history. As he played his first professional game, Ron's determination and skill were on full display. His teammates quickly recognized his leadership qualities and his ability to inspire those around him. Accolades soon followed, with Ron earning praise from fans, coaches and sports writers alike. His early career was marked by a series of impressive performances that solidified his reputation as a rising star. But Ron never rested on his laurels. He continued to train tirelessly, always striving to improve and push the boundaries of what he could achieve on the field. His family remained his biggest supporters, cheering him on from the sidelines and providing the encouragement he needed to keep going. Their unwavering belief in his abilities fueled his drive to succeed. With each game, Ron Coote's legend grew. His early years were just the beginning of a remarkable journey that would see him become a true icon of the sport. The early years of Ron Coote's career were a testament to his talent, hard work and unyielding passion for rugby. They set the stage for a legacy that would inspire generations to come. The South Sydney Rabbitohs of the 1960s were a team on the cusp of greatness. They had a proud history but were locked in a fierce battle with the mighty St George Dragons, a team that seemed unbeatable, having clinched 11 consecutive premierships. Enter Ron Coote. His arrival injected a new level of steel and determination into the Rabbitohs pack. Coote, with his unwavering commitment and natural leadership qualities, quickly became a fan favourite. His ability to inspire those around him was infectious. He formed a formidable partnership with the legendary John Sattler, creating a wall of defence that was near impenetrable. Coote, with his exceptional speed for a forward, was often the first to a breakdown, disrupting the opposition's attack before it could even begin. His performances were nothing short of inspirational. He played with a grit and determination that resonated with fans. He became a symbol of hope, a sign that the Dragons' reign could be toppled. And toppled it would be. For most rugby league players, experiencing a grand final is a career highlight. It's the culmination of years of hard work, dedication and sacrifice. The atmosphere is electric, the stakes are high and the pressure is immense. Every player dreams of lifting that trophy, of hearing the roar of the crowd and of being immortalised in the annals of rugby league history. For Ron Coote, it became almost routine. His name is synonymous with grand final success, and his legacy is one of unparalleled achievement. Coote's journey to the top was marked by determination, skill, and an unwavering commitment to excellence. He would go on to play in an astounding 9 grand finals, a feat only surpassed by the legendary Norm Provan and Brian Clay. Each appearance was a testament to his consistency and his ability to perform on the biggest stage. Coote's presence in these finals was not just a coincidence, it was a result of his relentless pursuit of greatness. His first taste of grand final glory came in 1965. It was a year that would set the tone for the rest of his illustrious career. The young Coote, brimming with potential, was about to make his mark on the sport. South Sydney, with Coote leading the charge, faced off against their arch-rivals, the St George Dragons. The tension was palpable. The Dragons had been the dominant force in rugby league, and many wondered if this would be the year their reign would come to an end. Could this be the year the Dragons' dominance would finally end? The fans were on the edge of their seats, the players were giving it their all, and the atmosphere was charged with anticipation. Coote was immense that day, putting in a performance for the ages. His tackles were fierce, his presence on the field commanding. He was a force to be reckoned with, and the Dragons felt the full brunt of his prowess. He tackled relentlessly, making life miserable for the Dragons' attack. Every time they tried to advance, Coote was there, thwarting their efforts and turning the tide in favour of South Sydney. His efforts were rewarded as South Sydney emerged victorious, ending the Dragons' 11-year reign and etching their names into rugby league folklore. It was a moment of triumph, a testament to the team's resilience and Coote's indomitable spirit. But Coote's grand final heroics didn't end there. His career was far from over, and he continued to be a dominant force in the sport. He would go on to taste victory in 5 more grand finals, cementing his place as one of the most successful players in the history of the game. Each win added to his legacy, each trophy a symbol of his enduring excellence. Coote's name will forever be remembered in the world of rugby league, a true legend of the sport. Section 4. The Art of Defence. Coote's masterclass in neutralising opposition attacks. Rugby league is a game of inches, of brutal physicality and moments of brilliance. Every inch gained or lost can be the difference between victory and defeat. The game is a relentless battle where every player must give their all, pushing their physical and mental limits to the extreme. But at its core, it's a game of defence. Defence is the foundation upon which great teams are built. It's the wall that stands between the opposition and the try line, the barrier that must be impenetrable. And in the art of defence, Ron Coote was a maestro. His understanding of the game was unparalleled, and his ability to execute defensive plays with precision made him a legend in the sport. He had an uncanny ability to read the play, to anticipate the opposition's next move before it even happened. This foresight allowed him to position himself perfectly, ready to thwart any attack. He was always one step ahead, like a chess master plotting his opponent's demise. His mind worked like a well-oiled machine, constantly analysing and predicting the flow of the game. His tackles were legendary, a combination of brute force and perfect technique. Each tackle was a calculated move, executed with precision and power. Opponents would often bounce off him, their attack stifled before it could even begin. His presence on the field was intimidating, a constant reminder to the opposition that they were up against a defensive titan. But Coote's defensive prowess wasn't just about brute strength. It was his intelligence and understanding of the game that set him apart. He had an intelligence that allowed him to dissect the opposition's game plan. He could see the bigger picture, understanding the nuances of the game that others might miss. He'd study their movements, their strengths and their weaknesses. This meticulous preparation meant that when game day arrived, he was ready for anything. He knew when to go for the big hit and when to simply hold his ground, waiting for the right moment to strike. Timing was everything, and Coote had it down to an art form. His defensive brilliance was a key factor in South Sydney's success. His ability to neutralize the opposition's attacks gave his team the confidence to play their game, knowing that their defense was in safe hands. He was the rock upon which their victories were built, the immovable object that stood in the way of any team that dared to challenge them. His legacy as a defensive master continues to inspire players and fans alike, a testament to the power of intelligence, preparation, and sheer determination in the art of defense. Section 5. A try-scoring machine, Coote's unexpected prowess in attack. While Ron Coote's defensive prowess was legendary, he was no one-trick pony. He possessed a surprising turn of speed for a forward, which, coupled with his strength and determination, made him a threat in attack. He had a knack for finding the try line, often popping up in support of his backs, finishing off sweeping movements with powerful runs. Opponents, so focused on containing his defensive prowess, would often be caught off guard by his attacking flair. He wasn't afraid to back himself, taking on the line with the same ferocity he displayed in defense. And more often than not, he'd come out on top, leaving a trail of bewildered defenders in his wake. His attacking prowess added another dimension to his game, making him a truly complete player. He was the embodiment of the modern-day forward, a player who could dominate in both attack and defense,